Forget everything you think you know about global conflict. When you hear the words Cold War, what comes to mind? Spy thrillers, the space race, the Berlin Wall, two superpowers locked in a standoff, threatening nuclear annihilation? Well, that was the old way. The world isn't heading toward a new Cold War. It's already deep in one. You just might not have noticed, because this time the rules have completely changed. There are no formal declarations of war this time around, no clear-cut battlefields, no well-defined front lines. You won't see dramatic headlines announcing its start, because it didn't start with a bang. It started with a whisper, with a series of seemingly unrelated events that, when pieced together, reveal a startling new reality. This war isn't fought with soldiers and tanks in muddy trenches. It's a war of attrition fought in boardrooms, on stock exchanges, and deep within the digital infrastructure that powers our modern world. The weapons have changed. Sanctions have replaced bombs. Instead of occupying territory with military force, global powers are now fighting to control trade routes, turning vital shipping lanes into invisible front lines. The most valuable assets aren't aircraft carriers anymore. They're microchips, rare earth minerals, and the complex supply chains that deliver them. Think about it. We've seen a massive surge in economic sanctions being used as a primary tool of foreign policy. One nation restricts another's access to financial markets. Another imposes tariffs on key goods, and suddenly, entire economies are squeezed without a single shot being fired. This is economic warfare, and it's happening on a scale we've never seen before. The battle for supremacy isn't about planting a flag on a hill. It's about securing a nation's own supply of essential resources while denying them to rivals. It's about controlling the flow of everything from crude oil to semiconductors. The recent scramble to onshore manufacturing and build resilient supply chains isn't just good economic policy. It's a strategic move in this new global conflict. Every nation is trying to ensure it can't be held hostage by another. And at the heart of it all is technology. Technology has become the ultimate battlefield. We're in the middle of a global tech race, but it's not about who can build the tallest skyscraper or the fastest car anymore. It's about who controls the next generation of technology. Artificial intelligence, 5G networks, quantum computing, and biotechnology. The nation that leads in these fields doesn't just gain an economic edge, it gains a strategic one. They can set the standards for the rest of the world. They can control the flow of information, influence global narratives, and even access the secrets of their rivals. This is why we see such fierce competition over companies that design microchips or develop AI algorithms. These aren't just businesses, they're strategic assets. The fight over who builds and controls the world's 5G infrastructure is a perfect example. It's not just about faster download speeds for your phone. It's about who controls the digital backbone of the 21st century economy, from self-driving cars to smart cities. Control the network, and you have immense power. Then there's energy. Energy is the new leverage. For decades, the world ran on oil, and the countries that controlled it held enormous power. Now the game is shifting. The transition to renewable energy is creating new dependencies and new vulnerabilities. The countries that dominate the production of solar panels, wind turbines, and the raw materials needed to make batteries, like lithium and cobalt, will be the energy superpowers of tomorrow. We're already seeing this play out. Nations are using their energy exports as a bargaining chip, threatening to turn off the gas or restrict mineral exports to achieve political goals. This isn't just about business, it's about power projection. And perhaps the most insidious weapon in this new Cold War is information itself. Information has been weaponized. Disinformation campaigns, cyber attacks on critical infrastructure, and the manipulation of social media are now standard tools in the statecraft arsenal. The goal is to sow division, erode trust in institutions, and weaken an adversary from within. It's a war for your mind, fought on your social media feeds, in the news you read, and in the conversations you have. The lines between truth and fiction are deliberately blurred, creating a state of constant confusion and uncertainty. This isn't about winning a debate, it's about making rational debate impossible. Unlike the last Cold War, which was a distant ideological struggle for many, This new conflict affects every single one of us, every single day. You feel it at the grocery store with rising prices driven by disruptions in global supply chains. You feel it at the gas pump. You see it in the volatility of the stock market, as economic instability becomes the new normal. The job you have, the products you buy, the technology you use, all of it is intertwined with this sprawling, silent conflict. And here's the most crucial difference. The last Cold War was, at its core, a battle of ideologies. It was capitalism versus communism, democracy versus authoritarianism. It was a clear, if terrifying, binary. This new Cold War isn't so simple. It's not about ideology anymore. It's about control. It's a pragmatic, ruthless competition for resources, for technological dominance, and for global influence. Old alliances are fraying, and new, unexpected partnerships are forming. It's a multipolar world with several major powers and a host of smaller ones, all vying for a better position. There's no single enemy, no clear us versus them. It's a complex web of rivalries and dependencies, where a country can be a partner on one issue and an adversary on another. The new Cold War has already begun. The reason most people haven't noticed is because it doesn't look like war. It's quieter, more subtle, and in many ways far more complex. It's a conflict that is reshaping our world in profound ways, from the economy to our daily lives. The first step to navigating this new era is to recognize it for what it is, to open our eyes and see the invisible battle lines being drawn all around us, because only by understanding the nature of this conflict can we begin to understand the world we now live in. Thank you so much for watching. If this video made you think, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the big shifts shaping our world. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree that we're in a new Cold War? What signs have you noticed? Let's continue the conversation. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.